Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast. With me, a host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only, Master Propaganda, hero of sight, defender of the fatherland. Off here to an exciting 1v1 on Crossroads Winter. In the north is Prabuty, fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin, and the 12th Guards Tank Corps here with airborne troop tactics with airdrop weapons, paradrop heavy machine guns, airborne rally points. I mean, I might as well just skip this one because literally no one ever uses it. Guards, airborne troops, and rocket strikes. In the south it is Angreifen, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here, rolling out with the Groß Deutschland Panzergrenadier Division with mobile defense, mechanized assault, and mechanized. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my own company, who is my patron supporters. Without them, this and their handsome and glorious support, the Propagandacast would not be possible. So big shout out and thanks to all those people. Other people who join the ranks become just as heroic themselves by pledging on Patreon, or they can also donate via PayPal. Links for both activities are in the video description. I would of course make me and Basil the Kitty Cat, who is currently asleep somewhere, very happy. You can also pre-order Communist Free through the links in the comments and use the code STUG3G, in which case I get a cut of the sale. So that's another way to support me. And find just commenting, liking, sharing, talking about the video helps me out a bit as well there. So let's get this out of the way as nothing really is happening otherwise. Let's turn to the match here. Conscripts in the east and Units in the east. In the west here, we got some units playing forward here for Prabuty. Second Grenadier Squad here for Angreifen and the German army. A lone Grenadier Squad that heads out eastwards. Carnot TKs clenched tightly as they scout the horizon for any possible communist troops. In the west, machine gun pioneers working together there. Second Grenadier Squad right down there for Angreifen. Third Con Squad here for Prabuty. First shots fired in the east between the Grenadiers and the east here, plus the conscripts here means Angreifen will have to fall back. We do have the second Grenadier Squad moving in here, but he will have to buy time here with the first Grenadier Squad, or he risks suffering, quite frankly, needless casualties here versus Prabuty, which of course is exactly what Prabuty wants, in particular against the Wehrmacht Grenadiers, who are of course smaller in size, meaning any loss here will be much more impactful in the early game and to represent a much more significant DPS loss. Dimitri drops dead. Shot there through the back. Third Grenadier Squad on the way there for Angreifen. Moving forward, he's trying to leap from cover to cover. And now Prabuty finds himself in a position where he can't easily defend against this. We'll like that to fall back. Suddenly, Angreifen has managed to seize the upper hand here. Up northwest, he's also managed to outmaneuver here Prabuty. Very good. That said, not all here is hunky-dory, as the car point out is wide open here for Prabuty to make a beeline for. Trying to bait out the Grenadiers out the heavy cover and then launch a counterattack here. Prabuty does seem to manage it, but of course, Angreifen can still bolt back into cover here against Prabuty's forces in the blink of an eye. Car upon that being hit, and the 42 there, as you can see there on the mini-map, or at least outlined. He can also use this, sort of suppress the conscript and the car pump, but the damage has been done. At the same time, the stand-up here continues, and we got engineers with flamethrowers. He is supported by the conscripts. In this case, he's keeping the conscript close most likely, so in case of losses on the flamethrower team, he can merge the conscripts here. And there we go. Angreifen just retreats. Part of the issue was also here the Grenadiers were so bunched up that the flamethrower became even better, as it is an AoE weapon. Up north here, the counterattack goes in successfully for Angreifen and managed to repulse here Prabuty from the curve point. But the south frontier has been lost to the Red Army, as Prabuty there with the flamethrower was able to outwit Angreifen. Tech on the way there, conscript caught here by the pioneers, or pioneers caught by the conscripts. You decide, dear viewers, you decide. Pioneers bring in, and they are S-mining the entrance. Yuri, we're safe. But wait, what are the Germans doing? They're mining. Oh no! A blood! Oh no! I think it's the first time I've actually seen someone do that. Just S-mine the door. 2 thumbs up. That is absolutely brilliant. Now it's going to have to take another door, which might still end up, if you all retreat too fast, send it right through the S-mine field. That was brilliant. The only way this can better if we just manage to S-mine the other door as well. There we go, he has to fall out. There we go. Now he has to take a longer route. You risk running into the S-mines. North he goes with engineers here. And of course, if he forgets about the S-mines down the road, he can just, set them off the trunk in the building. Up north here, some losses here. Oh, it's in the south the losses were. Yep, in the south here, mine goes off, killing Helmut and Heinz. MG42 popping into the building here. Could, of course, invite Prabuty here to pop grenade research. He isn't, instead going for the support weapon company. And we got a Panzer Grenadier Squad of Angreifen. 2 thumbs up. Panzer Grenadiers, I think, are definitely a bit of an overlooked Wehrmacht unit. But nice to see them here. And you force the conscripts here. From northern point, the Grenadier. Like to make a nice company also got with the Angreifen. Front of X right here, but aiming for 2 bullets. Cutting them down there. Leading Vasily to pull back the squad as Sergeant Konstantin is very much dead. Panzergrenadier out here, ready to clash with the Marxists with their Sturmgewehr 44. He's flanking the conscripts, routing the Soviet Marxist infantry. Up north here, tank group 10 going up there for Prabuty. T-7 rush here very light. He's had good map control here, which in particular on maps like Crossroads, which is actually bigger than the average map, means he can get up the light tank like that faster. This is definitely dangerous here, and Angreifen will have to guard for multiple armored cars, a pack, or I suppose try and hold up for the Puma. Other way though, definitely dangerous situation. Again, I think good highlight here of just Prabuty's early map control here. Despite some awkwardness here and there, he was still able to secure a significant resource lead over his opponent. Now Angreifen, of course, trying to stop this, but it's already kind of on the later end of the spectrum here. And again, Prabuty can get out the T-70 here very soon. In fact, can build it right now. He's also starting to airdrop weapons. MD-14 with the car pointer. Angreifen's no slouch. Said, already the troops are putting out too fast. He can't stop them all. We also got minesweepers in case of more mines from Angreifen. T-7 all the way there for him as well. Thumbs up. Nearest round here by the MD-42, suffering losses there. In the far west here, concentrating about there. The Panzergrenadiere are moving up at the center. Could like to try and, flank around something. T-7 light tank now halfway down here for Prabuty. And these MD-42s in the nearest, routing them with ease. In the west here, and these was the conscripts. Lots of engagement here all over the place. Prabuty is definitely encountering some obstacles now. And we do get the pack order here. Of course, Angreifen has very much anticipated the arrival of a T-7 light tank here. Of course, in a pinch, if he's utterly desperate, he could upgrade the Panzer. These are the Panzer effects. The fact he's going for the Pank 40 tells he's not too keen. Oh, Bungree on the retreating unit, and almost had it there. Almost. That was really close there. That's equip up or upgrade comes with the Panzer, but then no cover. The Panzer grenade is on heavy cover, not a great engagement in with the SVT-40 against the mighty Sturmgewehr 44. Pack 40 almost down there for Angreifen. Now Prabuty has his T-7 light tank out in the field here. He can begin a more aggressive counterattack against the Germans. And there you go, Panzer is definitely not equipped to engage the T-7 light tank. The Grenadiers, of course, have the Panzerfaust, but also very wisely retreats because they're already low on health, and T-7 could theoretically wipe them out. In this case, though, Prabuty is not pursuing, for whatever reasons. We can only guess. But either way, though, Wise, I think, chose there to just retreat. Bunker up there as well. And we got a heavy machine gun all the way being airdropped here for Prabuty and the Red Army. 12th Guards 10 Corps, and we got mobile defense again. Oh my, what a coincidence. With command tanks, counterattack tactics, Panzer Tactician, mobilization post, and of course the 234-2 Puma heavy armored car. There was a real total of 4 armored car versions or designs made of that chassis there. You had the regular one with the 2-cylinder auto cannon. You had the very low run Puma, basically just they had some spare turrets from a cancelled reconnaissance tank project known as the Leopard. And then you had the 234-3, which equipped with the 75mm cannon, similar to, say, the Stug E. And you also had the 234-4, which equipped with a Pack 40. Though not in a turret, it was more like an assault gun in a sense there. Although conscript T-7 all being lined up here with the machine as well, that looks like Prabuty's getting ready for a push on the car point here with a pretty heavy thrust here, and Angreifen's only got a Panther in ready to deal with that. The Pack 40 is also on the east side of the map, so this could work out swimmingly well here for Prabuty versus Angreifen. Was definitely not ready for this. Does he commit to what was planned and push into the east, or will he respond to the western push here? Seems like we're getting a bit of both here. He's moving in the pack to assist in the west, but he's still committing most of his infantry to the east here, so he's, I think, trying to be a bit greedy here, or perhaps he's hoping to flank in from the east then. I don't know. But so far, the Prabuty is hitting Angreifen's economy here quite well. To the car point, the fuel point, the fuel point. Okay, that was nonsense. East side there, the constant falling back again. The east side is very vulnerable here to forward push. We also got some flare mines down here, but he's clearly looking at them, partly due to them, well, at sort of a max distance, they do kind of not stand out against the terrain there. Counterattack in the west slowly going up here. T-7 striking in the east here. Thinking that if the Pack 40 is basically in the west, it's not going to be in the east. So we can see this acting quick to move the Pack 40, apparently sussing out their Prabuty's movements ahead of time. West side here, the Panzer support from the machine gun is slowly pushing back Prabuty, but it's coming at a fairly aggressive course here. The east side here, the fighting continues here. Another airdrops S5040 here for Prabuty and the Red Army. We'll have to see what Angreifen goes for next. No sign of tech. All light vehicles. Oh, 251.5 tech, for example. Bit of a shame there. Putin does have mobile observation post, and we get guards airborne here though from Prabuty. He's actually adding the PPSH-41 assault package. Oh my. That's nice to see. Definitely gives them a strong assault element here. In this case, the guns light machines make it a bit tough for them to fight the grenadiers until they get the upgrade. They're going off as well. He dodges it there and then charges the grenadiers once more. Submachine guns are almost there. He's losing a lot of guards airborne there in the process. And their guns are retreating. And West here fighting for the western fuel pump continue between Angreifen and Prabuty, with neither side particularly keen on giving up ground here. East side here making great progress well for the Red Army. Angreifen still no tech. What is Angreifen planning here? Could he in fact be stalling for a Puma, or is there something else going on here? It's hard to say though. He's about to lose the MD42 though here to Prabuty, which would be obviously pretty bad. But there you go. Panzer Grenadiers to the rescue with the Pioneers flanking the Disco here. Some rather close stuff here. And there you go. The Disco now retreats in the face of the German advance here. But Prabuty is very much controlling most of the map here. Guards airborne being reinforced. Almost good to go. Puma is in fact on the way there for Angreifen. The 234-2 plus a mortar. I think that's a good addition as well. Arguably could also go away with another Panzer Grenadier squad, but a mortar I think is a good addition. In generally, in like most maps, in particular 1v1 maps, a mortar I think is an excellent tool to have. So go for the tactically aware player. Guessing Prabuty is going to go for the Mechanized Summer Company next here. Wrong though. Coh2 here. 2 casualties right away there. As the Dritte Panzer Grenadier Company engages them. North Heat guards able to think about. They're going straight for the car point here. The dashing move there, but the guards airborne. Panzer's on the move as well here. Moving in from the other side. We got grenadiers arriving here as well. Bang! A grenade from the Panzer Grenadiers there. Cut point hit. Who's that shoots? Good shot there, and the guards airborne. They're being absolutely shredded here though. Puma lands another great hit. There we go. Full wipe here. That was some incredible luck there, though, from Angreifen. The Puma actually scoring several kills. In fact, taking out half the guards airborne squad. Allowing the Gunners to clean up the rest there. That was some really rough luck there for Prabuty. Really rough luck. That said, I think he just retreated once he saw all of those Gunners moving up in the flank and the guards airborne. Oh well, too late for that. Mortarfall's ring down here still. Prabuty has a lot of advantages. The guards airborne squad, while painful, is hardly the end. He can, of course, start churning out those T-34s from 6s soon. And that's going to be tough here. Oh, smoke also being deployed efficiently here to deny Prabuty the use of the machine gun here. 2 thumbs up in this regard. Smoke course is excellent if your opponent's using a lot of machine guns in really annoying places. Using mortar smoke to just quickly disable them can allow you to then get more aggressive as your opponent. So 2 thumbs up here to Angreifen. Some nice aggressive tactical use of smoke here. Love it when a C player make good use of it. Puma flying to the back there of the conscripts. Up north here. Panzer flanking the conscripts to make a push there for the car point. Again, really looking there to slow down Angreifen's fuel economy to try and gain as much advantage as you can with this T-34 from 6. Excellent strategy there by Prabuty. Meanwhile, Angreifen is moving up, fighting for tech here. We'll have to see what happens next. Oh, he hasn't finished the Mechanized Summer Company. I will finish it after lunch. We're in the middle of a battle, comrade. Long lunch. Graham Eastern Pond with the MD42, but running into a mine there. Comes on the flank here. Prabuty definitely needs to be a bit careful. I think he, in some regard, is underestimating Angreifen's response. It feels like a bit. That's something else going on. He needs to finish that. He needs to start churning out the T. Oh, he did finish it. Now we got the T-34 on the way there. Good there. More tried it again, but right here, but as it gets caught by the heavy machine gun team. Bit exposed. Bit exposed. Down south here, we got the infantry Graham Eastern victory point here. We got 302 vs 438. So far, Prabuty's got an excellent lead here by Angreifen. Far up north there, Panzer Grenadier busy. More mines going off here, killing Grenadiers. Got that Puma roaming about here. 7 kills his name so far. East there, MD42 suffered some mine losses from another flare mine. Forward here with the Dishka. Holy smokes, that was a great rough grenade there. And we got the T-34 from 6 almost on here though for Prabuty and the Red Army. Machine crew there wiped out, exterminated here by Angreifen as he feels to push it with the Puma. 9 kills on it so far. I mean, this Puma is... Wow, 10 kills! It's performing like it's a bloody medium tank against infantry, honestly. That is some insane anti-infantry performance. Definitely, I would say, a bit out of the normal, I would say, for Puma here, honestly. I'm not saying the Puma's bad against infantry, but typically, in my experience, it doesn't perform quite that well against infantry. And there's always got to be exceptions and aberrations, but this still feels a bit extreme. Still, Prabuty's got now 1 T-35. I think he's soon go for another one. Angreifen, meanwhile, is going for another pack. No sign of support or core. And again, he wanted to go for it. He still had to wait some time for him to get anything out of it. So, hard to say what Angreifen's planning, honestly. But, I mean, bringing a second pack for it, I think, is a very wise choice. Yes, for Prabuty, he would honestly benefit from more to himself here. We'll have, of course, have to see if Prabuty does commit to the mortar versus Angreifen. But with the opponent like about to go for 2-pack 40s, having a mortar would be an excellent tool here for Prabuty. That way, help make it harder for Angreifen to line up shots on his tanks with them. Sometimes let the smoke can mess with the machine gun. But again, we'll have to see what exactly Prabuty intends to do here. Hitting the car point again, though. Very consistent, though. Really consistent fuel harassment. Again, I'd say it is really strong there. It just needs to be careful not to forget his units there on the car point. Comes to the routed. T-54 needs some repairs. T-60 falling back here. I mean, so far, Prabuty just continues to exert excellent application over Angreifen and the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadier Division here. Got finishing the conscripts here. Straight for the calf point, but a mine was waiting for them, blowing off the legs of Heinz und Helmut. Bang grenade in the conscript. Oh, goodness! Prabuty there, 2 slugs reloads going on. There suffers a full wipe here from the bang grenade. That is just amazing. Great throw there from Angreifen. Puts more pressure on Prabuty's remaining infantry down just 2 squads versus an opponent with 4 squads. That is a significant difference there in infantry. Prabuty definitely do something like that soon here. And again, note the way he uses smoke. Again, deploying the Puma smoke. Not to save the Puma, but to assist the infantry. Another rare use there of smoke there from a player there. Again, overall, very nice smoke handling here by Angreifen. That is just 2 thumbs up. That is absolute stellar smoke handling. Westwards there, T-34 going for the Pioneers here, going for the easy target. The easy prey, more Pioneers for Angreifen as well. Very good. No support, of course, still. Yeah, Tier 4. Prabuty, though, A, needs more tanks, but also B, he needs more infantry. He really badly needs more infantry versus Angreifen. This kind of difference there is just not sustainable. Unless he gets very lucky or, Angreifen does something really, really dumb. And, never say never, but as a rule of thumb, your strategy should typically never rely on your opponent being, doing something really, really dumb. It's typically, a bit of a risky strategy in a lot of ways. But there you go, another T-34 6 there for Prabuty. Panzer's being 40, 17 kills on them. I mean, they're really racking up the kills there on the way to an Iron Cross 2nd class. A weak sleeve. Katyusha rocket launcher for Prabuty, said the T-34 6. I mean, there's a lot of support weapons enough to it, but I think the problem is right now there's not enough frontline units in the sense like tanks and infantry, I think, to sustain the Katyusha, I think, properly, in particular against an opponent with the Puma. I feel like going for the Katyusha here is a bit fairly risky for Prabuty, but then again, he might just be hoping for, landing that one Katyusha strike that just turns the entire game around. Certainly the Katyusha is that kind of weapon that could, open up for that opportunity, but, just deliver the one strike. He's also got, an insane amount of munitions, though. 400 munitions. He could easily, I think, lay down a lot more mines. Don't you agree, Basil? Don't you agree, Basil? Yeah, Basil agrees. More mines. Basil is a great proponent of mines. Of course, he might be thinking I'm actually saying mice. The cup on the machine gun there. Mortar definitely making things tough here for Prabuty's Katyusha. There's ready. There you go. Massive rocket strike on the machine gun there. Not really the other targets. It was clearly, I think, born out of, desperation and frustration of Angreifen, more than I think any sort of great hope of, like, delivering a crucial blow there against Angreifen. He still needs more tanks, and he still needs more infantry. Westwards here, punishment up a Telemine Sun here from Angreifen as well. Very good. Thumbs up to that. Defend for some 6, move towards the with the T-70 here. Front being bombarded with rifle grenades. Prabuty looking, of course, to evade his pursuers. Then they start slow probing here. Still got the mortar, the 2 kills veterans. One, we got the Pack 40s in reserve. Front thing caught by the gundies. They need to retreat now. That is just like 2-on-1. And no cover for the conscripts. T-54 finally arrives. Gets some great kills on them. Got the T-70 joining as well here. Angreifen with the heavy Panzer Corps. It's definitely making this Puma stall strategy work a bit. Partly going to think just through, good map control. Good use of his various units, but also just the losses inflicted on Prabuty. And again, losing that Guards Airborne squad, and also the other units that I think has made it harder for Prabuty to really maintain the momentum he's got going. Molotov here, but I don't think that's necessarily going to be worth it, because the conscript just suffered so many casualties just for that Molotov while inflicting none in return. That was definitely a Molotov that was not worth it, because Indus didn't just end up like expending 20 munitions, he also expended effectively like, 60 to possibly like 80 manpower because of all the casualties suffered just trying to chuck the Molotov. So that was one very expensive Molotov cocktail. H5 tank trail, of course, going to help deal with the Puma, but at this point, I imagine Prabuty is also quite aware, like, he's reading the situation. He's probably expecting armor here from Angreifen. Particularly, we already know Angreifen, he likes, if he plays the Germans, to go for like the big late game stuff. In particular, he likes Panthers, so if you've only seen a Puma for some time, you're up against Angreifen, it's probably not, like, unsafe to assume you're going to be up against a Panther, in which case, the Issue-5 is a very good investment. He's about to be ripped apart with the Gundies. We've got fields moving, Pack 40s moving up here. No field guns, though, from Prabuty, and still a significant shortage of infantry. Another Katyusha barrage. Home to get lucky here again. At least, oh, there we go. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. Both pack crews completely exterminated there by the Katyusha barrage. This has really removed like a huge, supporting element of Angreifen's front line. He's down to just the Puma now to stop any armor and tank destroyers. Now the question is, does Prabuty try and seize the packs, or does he destroy them? I think at this point, the way Angreifen is fanatically defending their anti-tank guns, it's better to destroy them, but he's not doing that, and this could actually allow Angreifen to recover the packs, yes, right under Prabuty's nose, and he's trying to deal with the other units around it. He needs to clear out the packs. There he goes in deploying smoke here to make it harder for Prabuty to get a clear line of sight there and fire on the packs here. Really sharp deployment of smoke there by Angreifen, and possibly just now stealing, otherwise a glorious moment here from right under Prabuty's nose, ruining it. A really poorly timed joke at someone's wedding. Just completely steals the attention. Thanks, Dennis. No, I'm not married. Never was. Anyways, packs getting wiped out, machine gun wiped. Another series of grievous losses here to Angreifen. Nice loose, lost the Puma as well there. Machine guns, mortars, it's like, holy smokes, Prabuty may have just broken Angreifen. We got the Panther out, but it's up against like T-34, 65. He's destroying the anti-tank guns, though. At least grabbing one wouldn't be a half bad idea here. There we go, wipes as well. He's destroying the packs now, though. He might come to regret that a bit once the Panther hits him. T-54 knocked up the Panther. Need to get the T-70 out of there. Still, I mean, this was like a massive leveling of like the battlefield here. I think, again, Prabuty should at least try to seize one of the packs, at least the machine gun, because German weapon in his third hands is like really powerful, because he can get out to 6-man, making it much more difficult to clear out again. Still, removing the packs does remove a significant, like, aid for Angreifen. At least they may be able to get back machine guns helpful. Prabuty, though, still lacks infantry, and having had access to a third squad of infantry here might have been, a bit of a game change as well. But we got more packs there for Angreifen. Prabuty there licking his wounds. Needs to rebuild a lot of stuff here, repair a lot of stuff there. Katyusha barrage again, though. That Katyusha is definitely, though, proved to be worthwhile now. It typically does, but it's definitely delivered a few game-changing barrages. And the lack of infantry is really just completely just sapping here Prabuty of much of the map control else had. Like, you know, we just no longer seen any action on the west side here because with just 2 infantry squads, he has to commit what little infantry has constantly to Angreifen's interest. I think this match is also, I think, a good highlight of just the importance of having, like, enough infantry to match your opponent. I'd say this is overall just a top-notch match here between, I think, 2 top-notch players. You might want to benefit from a pinwheel machine and the Panther here. T-Fed force and 6 rolling forwards. Grab the center with the Dishka. H5, T-Fed moving forwards. Getting the Grenadier. See in the center we got the Panther going for the Dishka. Straight ahead for Deutschland. Mortar there bounces off the T-Fed force and 6 armor. Pack 40 does not. He's engaged there quickly, pursuing the Panther with H5. Shoots, misses, shot drops a bit off there. I think Prabuty may want, at least for now, give up in the east and actually switch towards the west here, because right now Angreifen's guns are just pointed here, so it makes it much harder for Prabuty with already limited forces here to, I think, recapture the carve point. He's just making it easier for Angreifen to defend, you know, against Prabuty's attacks with his own somewhat limited forces, but crucially, larger infantry advantage. So, definitely think there needs to be a shift in tactical approach here for Prabuty against Angreifen. We'll have to see what Angreifen does next. Will he, like, try for another Panther, maybe? Or a command tank? I mean, a command tank, I think, would be an excellent addition here for Angreifen. Well, good for the infantry. And, of course, just makes other stuff harder to kill as well there. Plus, it's relatively cheap. So I think a command tank could be an excellent addition here for Angreifen, but for many, I think for all of Angreifen's, I think, skills and abilities, he does not seem to be a big command tank player. Continuing forwards here, 11 kills, better than 3. Got Sergei there T-posing against the fascists, trying to cower them into submission. Get down, Yuri! Get down! No! I must T-pose the fascists. Wait, I thought your name was Sergei. Yuri, Sergei, all names stop, ceasing meaning in the name of the T-pose. I think he's lost it. Moving forward against the Panther, got a rocket strike in here from the front. Doing a bit of damage here. Definitely could have been calling in more, but I also feel like he's just been mining more, honestly. Meanwhile, again, Prabuty's just committing everything into this just narrow gap here. Almost losing one of his remaining contact squads here. But yeah, I think Prabuty needs to, like, change tactics and approach here. Because right now he's just increasingly attacking into, like, you know, ever-tightening noose here, which is just constantly just choking him and throttling him. And he's just not helping Prabuty make any progress. I definitely think there needs to be, like, you know, switch from here to here. But currently, again, most of Angreifen's defenses are focused here, whereas, again, they're not focused here. So I think Prabuty would make much better progress by taking to the west and, you know, fighting less intensively to gain more terrain and then get more troops out, so you can, I think, stage a better comeback versus Angreifen. But that's my opinion. Another Katyusha barrage. Trying to take out the Pack 40, maybe some surrounding units around the Pack and Panther. Getting some hits in, it does open up the path, but again, the question becomes at what cost? Meanwhile, Angreifen is bringing in a second Panther. Prabuty, more T-34s and 6s. Summoning the might of the 269th Guards Tank Brigade. Constantly engaged with the Grenadiers.
We are down to 100 points.
T-34 moving forward here. Contract go up with the Grenadiers. Second Panther almost done here. 89 points left for Prabuty. His time visioning here is now really starting to bite him in the posterior. Poorly trained dog.
You are showing weakness. We are down to 75 points.
74, 71 actually. Going on to the conscripts. We got the panzers in up. Oh, he's using the train to heighten plus S-mine. So basically, like any just sort of small push here is going to be completely dismantled there by Angreifen. Thumbs up to that. This allows Angreifen, of course, focus on East much more. And there you go. Rocket strike goes completely south, as it mostly just hits the trees, which turn out to be more sturdy than German armor. Wait, what? Anyways, Panther about to get wiped out. Got the T-Fed force. The second Panther flanks around here. Prabuty was not ready from the Panther, from the flanker. Oh dear, complete mess here for Prabuty now. Conscript their forced to retreat. We got 48 versus Angreifen 279 on 97. Panther have 8 kills, veterans, 1 machine being murdered by the Dishka here. Packs cleared out here. Prabuty's engineers are pushing forwards here, but the Panther remains a significant obstacle here. We also got the Ace Panther is moving forwards. East side, he's keep pushing forwards there. Prabuty keeps up the attack, but for how much longer can he maintain this assault? His men are dying out. His tanks are blowing apart. Panther gaining veterans, one almost getting knocked up with the H-5. Other Panther moving forwards here. Almost got the T-70 there. T-54 knocked out here soon by I think Pack 4. And there go flank the H-5 here. Don't know what happened, but allowed Angreifen going forwards. T-54 knocked out here as well. T-7's going to be knocked out as well. It's a complete disaster now here for Prabuty. And there you go. GG, game over. A furious win here in the end. A furious tank battle. And a hell of a match here between Angreifen and Prabuty, I think, with just some really good highlights. The power of smoke, the power of maneuver, the importance of, like, actually having enough infantry as well. So much going on here. Really just a top-notch match. So hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you, might want to share it to others. And of course, if you did like it, or all comment, like, share, subscribe. Consider donating or pledging on Patreon like we do. And we should see you continue to do. It costs money to live. So you can do that by the links in the video description. This is Imperial Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for a nice episode. Bye.